What is the destination of the unsuccessful transcendentalist, who in the beginning takes to the process of self-realization with faith, but who later desists due to worldly mindedness, and thus does not attain perfection in mysticism? This is a question we get a lot. A lot of people are concerned that, well, this path is so steep. It seems like I have to give up so many things. I'm not sure if this is for me. I'm not in that place. I have a good goal. I like the idea, but it seems a little distant. I'm not sure if I should take up this bhakti process because it seems so high, it seems so far away. The goal is to actually understand, who is the soul? Who am I? I'm sorry to say, but most people, we really don't know who we are. We don't even know who we are. We have so much identified with this material world, with this temporary body, with this mind, with our ego, that practically speaking, our real identity is completely covered. And we are living through a experience of, the Gita explains, the external energy of God. But we are by nature a particle of God. A particle of God. God is fully conscious. So a particle of God has all the qualities of God. But we're not conscious of that aspect of our being. We're very wrapped up in the external energy, the external feature of the Supreme, which is this material world and all of the things going on here that we think are so important, so pressing, life or death. When from a higher perspective, when one analyzes the whole, imagine how far back history goes. You cannot imagine how far back. It's said that God is the oldest being. So if you go back 100 years, 1,000 years, 10,000 years, 1,000,000 years, 1,000,000,000 years, 1,000,000,000,000 years, you can just keep going back. How many things have happened? The nature of the material world is always flux, and how many of those things were permanent? How many of those things lasted? How many of them are still going on now? So we get so wrapped up in things that are temporary. And from a more cosmic perspective, they're very insignificant. All of the big cultural events, the social news, the media, it's like put in your face, this is what is life about. That's not what life is about. Life is about a deeper spiritual experience. And here we're hearing these processes by which one can realize that. So it's mentioned that one is sure to achieve the goal sooner or later. Once you take up the process of bhakti, that benefit, it says here, even a little endeavor, even if you engage a little bit on this path, then you're guaranteed at some point to achieve success. So therefore, why not take it up? Even if one doesn't achieve the supreme goal, the benefit that one gets will far outweigh any type of loss, material loss. So Prabhupada says, therefore, despite constant endeavor, one may fail for many reasons. First of all, one may not be sufficiently serious about following the process. To pursue the transcendental path is more or less to declare war on the illusory energy. Consequently, whenever a person tries to escape the clutches of the illusory energy, she tries to defeat the practitioner by various allurements. A conditioned soul is already allured by the modes of material energy, and there is every chance of being allured again, even while performing transcendental disciplines. This is called Yogachalita Manasa, deviation from the transcendental path. Arjuna is inquisitive to know the results of deviation from the path of self-realization. So this is the question that plagues people. This seems like a very difficult thing. It's a very thin, narrow road. What if you fall off? Don't you waste your time? Arjuna says, O mighty armed Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a riven cloud with no position in any sphere? So the cloud, sometimes you'll see the small clouds, they float here and there, and if they don't merge with the bigger cloud, they get swept away. So you might think, oh, if I take up this path, then if I don't achieve success, I might be lost materially and spiritually. So Krishna will answer in the next section that we'll read. And this is what he says. O son of Pritha, a transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activities does not meet with destruction either in this world or in the spiritual world. One who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil. So we have to choose the good. And that always prevails. Dharma always prevails. We may not be able to see it, we may not be able to experience it in this lifetime, but that's a principle because God is behind everything. So this gives us encouragement and hope, and that we should, dive in, take the next step.